Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day today. I'm sorry for the lighting. I am on a work trip, so I'm working with what I got. The sun is just shining directly into this room and there's not like a great way to film and have natural light while also not like being directly in the sun. So this is what we have. So sorry. Today's video is going to be another Project Pan update. I have some very exciting updates to share with you guys. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Vivian. I'm a robotics engineer with a love for all things beauty and makeup related, and I love trying new things, but I definitely do not want to be over consuming. I feel like a big push for my channel these past couple of months, years, has just been to be a more conscious consumer, really think things through, really try to use up the products that I have. So if that sounds interesting to you, be sure to like and subscribe if you aren't already, and let's just hop into it. So if you're new to my Project Pan series, I like to go from least amount of visible progress to most amount of visible progress. So the first two things that I want to talk about together, are the Tower 28 Swipe On Serum Concealer and the Milk Makeup Cooling Water Jelly Tint in the shade Chill. And I have the Swipe On Serum Concealer in the shade MDR. Over this past month, I have used both of these 13 times. For me, I feel like that's pretty good. That's like about half the month of using these products, which like for me makes sense with just the amount of times I wear makeup and my makeup style. With the 13 uses, I still feel like for the Tower 28 concealer, there's not a ton of progress to physically show you guys, but I am keeping track of it. I do feel like 13 times in the past month is a good amount. I still have so much product left in here though. Like I really don't know when I'm gonna be able to finish the Tower 28 concealer, but I'm glad that I was able to use this 13 times. For the Milk Makeup Cooling Water Jelly Tint, I realized that with this product, I wasn't sure how far this would actually scroll down, or like I would actually be able to see how much I used up, because the texture of it is so jelly-like. It doesn't really like fade that quickly. So instead of tracking how much visible progress I show with this, I am going to start tracking the number of usages I have for this. And I think my goal for this blush is going to be another 50. So I used it 13 times this past month. I'm hoping that in the next couple of months, I'll be able to use it 50 times. And then that way I'll just be able to track it like that. And then after 50 uses, I'll see how much this blush actually decreased in terms of like thickness of the product. I think 50 is manageable. I think 50 is definitely doable. I mean, if I used it 13 times this past month, and in the upcoming couple of months, I know that I'm going to be in the office every day. I know that I am going to be wearing makeup more often than I usually do. I think 50 would be pretty easy to achieve, and I could get that in a couple of months. The next product I have here is the In Beauty Glaze Lip Oil in the Mystery Glaze scent, and I feel like I've made a decent amount of progress with this. I feel like it definitely could have been a little bit more. I probably could have tried a little bit harder to like really get there, but I'm still making my way through it. It's been a steady amount of progress between the past couple of months that I have had this in my Project Pan, and so it's just gonna keep going. I used this today. I've been using it a lot just throughout this work trip, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to finish this relatively soon. The next item I have here is my Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. I have mine in the shade G9, and I feel like I've made a lot of progress this past month. Again, I've been wearing makeup more often than I typically would, just because of the return to office push that we've been through. Well, we as in like me and my coworkers have been through. So I feel like I've been using this a lot more. My skin has still been pretty nice, not a ton of active breakouts, and if there are active breakouts, I typically just go in with like the Tower 28 concealer on top of it. So I feel like this is pretty good. I definitely feel like I've been making good progress. I'm about halfway through this bottle, which hopefully if it keeps going at the rate that it's been going, I'll be able to finish this within like maybe 4, maybe 5 more months. This takes an extremely long time to use up. I feel like I've used a ton of it every single time I do my makeup, because the texture is so like serumy. It's so thin that it just feels like it is gonna take forever. Making my way through it, I still feel like that's pretty good progress, but there is a little bit of room to go. The next item I have here is my e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in the shade Forever Sunkissed. I changed my goal on this from hitting side pan to just hitting the second ring of pan. I feel like I'm really, really close. It's really, really thin around that middle edge, and I feel like every time I've been applying makeup, that has been slowly and slowly increasing. So I feel like I could get there really, really soon. I think it'll still take me maybe a couple more months. Nothing like too bad, but definitely still need some time to figure things out, or not figure things out. Still need a little bit of time to work through this. But yeah, that's getting really, really close. I'm really happy with the amount of progress I've made, and hopefully within the next month or two, I'll be able to pull this out of my project pan as well. So I actually ended up finishing 2 products in the past month. You can maybe guess what they are, based on what else I have in here. The first is the Be Goldy Bright Drops from Drunk Elephant. This is a little mini of the primer that I have in my collection. I have used this for about 2 months now. I've used this for about 2 months now, and I finished up the whole thing. It is a mini, so I was expecting it to go pretty quickly, and that's part of the reason why I put the mini in my project pan, is because I wanted kind of an easy win. I wanted something that would just like make me feel like I'm making more progress. So I'm glad that I finished this. It was fine. I don't think I would repurchase the big size of it, mostly because I feel like I'm so oily already that I don't love a ton of glowy primers on me. Like, there's a time and a place for them, but for the most part, I usually feel like a glowy primer is just too glowy for my makeup and my makeup throughout the day. So I'm glad that I finished this. I feel like that's really good progress, and yeah, I mean, I know it's a mini, but I'm still really proud of myself for that, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to roll in something else for it. And then finally, the last thing that I finished is my Kosas Cloud Set. There is maybe a tiny bit left, but I feel like I've used this up enough that I'm good to call this quits. This isn't my favorite powder. I've said that before. It is just a lot, and it's taken me a really long time to work through the entire powder. I know part of it was also because I like broke a ton of it off when not on purpose. I accidentally broke a ton of it off when I first had this in my project pan, because I dropped it behind the toilet because like the lid came off. And so I did throw away a bunch of the products because it felt very unsanitary to me. But even this, like going from where it broke off to this, took me so long. I'm so glad to be able to pull this out of my collection and to just be done with this powder. I was super annoyed with the packaging that it kept breaking. I don't love the powder itself. I am just super oily, and I need a lot more personally to like make me feel set and make me feel good throughout the day. This doesn't do a great job of like absorbing the oils, which I don't think it's supposed to, but this is just not the powder for me. I wasn't really a fan, so I'm glad to finally be done with it. So for right now, since I am currently on a work trip, I don't have any new products to bring into my project pan. I'm gonna keep working through the other products that I have in my project pan for the next month, but I'm not gonna roll in anything new until next month's update. This will also just give me a little bit of time to just play around with the products that I have in my collection, and especially powders. I've really been missing just playing around with powders, using some of my favorite powders in general. And I feel like, you know, I've been so focused on the Kosas Cloud Set for so long. I really want to just try and use some of my other powders and try and work through some of those. I anticipate that I'll be pulling in another powder just because I know my powder collection is a little bit larger than it maybe should be, and hopefully that will go relatively quickly as well. I'm planning on putting in a pressed powder. I'm not entirely sure which one yet, but definitely going to put in a pressed powder to try and finish up. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to replace the primer that I have. I think maybe I will, but if I do, it won't be like a glowy primer. I think I'm just a little bit sick of glowy primers. I think I need to just like chill on that a little bit and maybe work on some of my either more moisturizing or mattifying primers instead. That is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so proud of myself for finishing up these 2 products. I'm so sorry about that. My camera battery died literally as soon as I was wrapping up this video, which I guess is good. But I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe if you aren't already. I am super excited to be done with some of these products. I feel like I've been working on them forever, like literally forever. And I'm just so glad. I really want to work on some other powders specifically. I've just used the Kosas Cloud Set for so long, and it's not my favorite powder, and I was just getting really sick of it, and I'm just glad. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.